Okay, so guys, welcome back again to my life. So today we're talking about Nnamdi Kanu, why he's still in custody, or the reasons or people behind his arrest. Because it has written that some persons we are having, let's say, or people behind his arrest. Because it has written that let's say some persons have been exposed that they are the ones behind Nnamdi Kanu's arrest in Kenya. People like Dukuba Asari have been exposed. People like Ifeanyi have been has been exposed. People like Governor Hope Uzodinma have been exposed. People like Ike from BC have also been exposed. So they've been exposed because of people that they we are behind the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. But before we get to that, Aisha have something to say about this very dark man and Bobrisky's case. So she said that in the last few days I have been adjust at the thinking of so many things they own you when you speak against injustice or stand for someone. If the foreigners let this go unchallenged, the same people will say that they are guilty of what they are accused of. Now they are talking up, and then people are saying that it is operation. They are oppressing very dark man. The same person did say that they should clear their names, and that is exactly what I said, what they're doing. So this is the take of Aisha, saying that people will never be satisfied with anything in this life. That the person, the person that will tell you that they are oppressing very dark man, will still tell you that it is true, because trying to clear a point that people must talk in everything you do. That people must talk in everything you do. That's what she's trying to clear. So what about that? That please, I haven't seen any petition against Bobrisky, but only VDM. How on earth did VDM defame the Falanas when all he did in the video was questions? It's true that Bob paid Vaz, true that San helped her, is passed into anything with Bob, or Bob truly slept is in an apartment. So only thing that VDM did in the video, and like I said, and I'll keep on standing with VDM, that he never goes wrong or he never goes against the rule. He understands the game. He knows that this is a dirty game. That means you need to be clear to play your cards well. And I've known him to be a man like that. He doesn't come up with something without evidence. So people are not saying that the only thing VDM did was just to ask questions. Like he never said anything or defamed the Falanas. Then why are the Falanas now angry and taking it to the next level? Because yes, all he was asking in the video was just question. And I think I'll post that video. I'll make sure I get the from the beginning of this issue till the end. I'll post it tomorrow, so I'll keep you guys updated to know what is happening against this issue of Falana and then the rest. So there's this issue of protest is getting out of hand. Though. Is getting out of hand. Is getting out of hand. Protest is getting out of hand. So this one is the awareness in Yobe State. So they're saying so they have only started showing the convergence point. They said that the Damaturu main roundabout opposite Old Motor Park to Meduguri Road by 8 a.m. So on October 1st, instead of us to celebrating our independence, okay, someone said, long live Aisha Yusuf, always picking up. BDM only asks questions. Why can't they clear their names? Simple as that. I think this person have even brought me back to that topic because I think this topic is very interesting because I don't know why people are calling out VDM and not Bobrisky. Like people are not pointing and pointing fingers at VDM. That's why is he going? What like okay? They're saying that why is he tarnishing the image of the Falanas, whereas he didn't say anything like that in his videos. All he did in that video was to ask question. Why was that? Because he played a tape that exposed Bobrisky conversation where he was saying that he's paid or he bribed 15 million to the EFCC so that they can clear his name or her name from EFCC charge of money laundering. So that tape was what VDM played on social media as an evidence that he wasn't just capping or lying against the foreigners. And now they are now the fans, their family, even the sister have also joined and was telling VDM that she will take him to court unless he goes public to apologize. And VDM in a video, posted it on my channel, say that he is not going to do that, that he will not try to apologize to anybody because he knew that he didn't do anything wrong. And then he said that the highest thing that will happen, or the highest thing they can do to him, is to lock him up in prison, highest 6 months. And pata, they will charge him like 100 million, and which he said that he will go to pay till they drop the charges. That he is not afraid of anybody. You see, VDM is not scared of anybody. Be you the president of Nigeria, be you the governor of any state, he is not afraid of anybody. So back to what I was saying in protest, that people are now showing awareness that on Tuesday will be very hot to see it on Tuesday in Nigeria will be hot to because people are taking this one more serious than the one they did in August protest. In August protest, people are still doing I'm an Igbo, I will not vote, I'm Hausa, I will not vote, I'm this, I will not vote. But this one, everybody will be asked to join hands together and make Nigeria a better place. So I can see this one is in Lagos State. They say that the convergence point is Ikeja under bridge. Time, what is time, sir? But I think time, what time? Okay, 7:30 daily. Wait, oh, daily. Does that mean that this is not a day protest? Because all that I was seeing was 1st October only. I've not seen anything like days though, but I'm seeing 7:30 a.m. daily. Does that mean they intend to do this protest all through October? I think they should clear us some time so I will know what I'm doing because I'm seeing 7:30 a.m. They reach me that it's not just that 1st of October, it continues. But by the way, this is for the Lagos state. Then this is for okay, this is just an awareness and why we are going to the protest is just to end bad governance, one, end hunger in Nigeria, and then fearless in October. That's the hashtags, and that's many things that's happening. So those that will rescue Nigeria not yet born, Joe Iboku mocks the government. So they were saying that people that are going to save us from this country are not yet to be born. But now down to the main gist, down to the main reason for this life is that some persons that were behind Nnamdi Kanu's arrest have been exposed. And unfortunately, late Senator Ifeanyi was the mastermind behind it. As you can see, I read that House Senators Ifeanyi masterminded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrest in exchange for his governorship aspirant. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested on his arrival at the airport by the Kenyan government and those in collaboration with Ifeanyi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained illegally and tortured for 8 days. But I think I should read this thing first, the tweet, so you guys see it. So Senator Ifeanyi masterminded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrest in exchange for his governorship aspirants. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested on his arrival at the airport by the Kenyan government and those in collaboration with Ifeanyi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained illegally and tortured for 8 days. Nigeria government paid 1 billion, whereas Ifeanyi group paid 320 million. Ifeanyi reached an agreement with the northern leaders, promised to arrest Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in exchange for him to be made governor of Anambra State in upcoming election. Ifeanyi reached an agreement with one of the IPOB members in Kenya by the name Ike from Mbese, Imo State, who once based in Bangi and later moved to Kenya. So Ike said, as an IPOB called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for an important meeting in Kenya. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trusted Ike and came to Kenya without knowing that Ike has collected bribe from Senator Ifeanyi who masterminded the plan to arrest him. Like I keep on seeing it. The main issue, the number one problem we have in Nigeria, like the of the issue we have faced in Nigeria is bribery and corruption. Nothing can beat that. Nothing can beat that. Till we fix this issue of bribe and corruption in Nigeria, we are not going anywhere. We are not making any progress. We are not even making our life better. Because you can imagine all this for what? For bribe and corruption. So let me read also. Those behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrest are Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, aka Capital Oil, Joe Igbokwe, wow, Governor Hope Uzodinma, Ike from BC as an actor, and then Asari Dokubo. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested on his arrival on the airport by the Kenyan government and those in collaboration with Ifeanyi Ubah. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained illegally and was tortured for 8 good days. Then Nigerian presidency wanted to travel to London and was informed by Ifeanyi Ubah that Nnamdi Kanu had been kidnapped in Kenya. Kidnapped, though, not arrested, in Kenya. Then Buhari postponed his UK travel and called Kenya government and they agreed on $1 billion. Jesus Christ. $1 billion was what they sold our birthright. $1 billion was what bribe has cost us in this country. And they would have money. But some first the government were able to pay $1 billion just for them to have access to Nnamdi Kanu that was kidnapped in Kenya. So then Kenya took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to hospital because of the terrible torture he has gone through for 8 days. And the two security guards had recorded all these things that happened before the Nigeria government bundled him back to government, okay, to Nigeria and tortured him again in their DSS custody. So Senator Ifeanyi Ubah gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up in exchange for him being the governor of Anambra State. Ike has moved from Kenya back to Burundi, his hideout. Have you all seen that nothing happens in this country without our leaders being involved? Our leaders' hands are so toyed with blood and dirty things that every illegal thing happen in Nigeria. You see bandits. I keep on saying it. Bandits, our leaders are linked to bandits. You see insecurity happen in Nigeria, our leaders are behind it. You could imagine Senator Ifeanyi Ubah late Senator because he's late now. Okay, now let's ask the question: where is he now? He have put other people in trouble, and now he's no more on earth. He have made Igbos to suffering, and now he himself is not even on earth. And you see this man called Asset the Kubo, you see that he's among people that also planned for Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. And then the same Dokubo will come out and be blasting Tinubu government, whereas they are all working together. That's why I don't believe any of these our leaders anymore. I don't believe any words that comes out from their mouths because they are all lies and deceit. You can imagine aside the cover that we know that always the last Tinubu government, that Tinubu government is this and that, not knowing that they are all working in the same, they are all working, they are in the same ship. So this was what happened, and we all have been wondering how did Nnamdi Kanu, how was he arrested? Okay, why was he arrested or how was he arrested? But I can see it now. This is what happened. He was lured to Kenya by an IPOB member in Kenya, that's Ike. And then in that meeting, he was bundled at the airport by some Kenyan people. And then the government, and then he was also tortured, first of all, tortured for 8 days, which the Kenyan government now took him to hospital because he had been damaged seriously from the torture. And then our so-called leaders, our so-called government went ahead to bribe Kenya with $1 billion, $1 billion. And then we said we don't have money in Nigeria. And then we said that we're suffering, whereas that amount of money was spent on just to get one person's head, Nnamdi Kanu. They spent $1 billion, they paid, and then some members of the Ifeanyi Ubah community or the Planis spent 320 million naira just for Kenya to release Nnamdi Kanu to them, and then which they did, they then brought him back to Nigeria and also tortured him in the DSS office, which case upon case they've been to law, they've been to the courts countless times. And the Supreme Court have actually said that Nnamdi Kanu did not just be that he's free of every allegations and everything held against him. But the government said no, that they will continue to keep him. Make it make sense, Biko. Our country has so much dealt with us that we don't even have hope again. Our leaders are the main issues of insecurity in Nigeria. I keep on saying this. No, all these unknown government, bandits, kidnappers, all of them are working for the government. All of them are linked to the government. Should be one on the Twitter on the live I went on that day where the local government chairman was exposed that He was the one that sponsored the arms given to bandits in that community. You can imagine all these things for power, all these things for power. We are so greedy in this country that we have lost our conscience and we lost our sense. All these things just for power, all these things that he did, sold Nnamdi Kanu, and then now made Southeasterners to suffering, was just for him to secure his seat as governor of Anambra State after this current one. And hope for the man, even among the planners. Oh God, our leaders have made us fools because we, the Southeasterners, the Easterners are suffering despite our leaders' hands being in the main reasons why they are suffering. Because assuming that the Kanu is not arrested, there will be less insecurity in the Southeast. But because he's still in detention, that is why that hike in insecurity in Nigeria. Yesterday in my life, I showed you guys where bandits say that they were going to kidnap coppers and they use them as bait for government to release Nnamdi Kanu. So their plan now is now to go and arrest or to kidnap coppers. And then so that the government to come and say, okay, please, oh, don't kill them. Oh, I'll give you Nnamdi Kanu. Joke. When we are serious in this country, we will know. You see, when we are serious in this country, all of us will know. Because on the normal sense, we all know that the government will not do anything, even if the bandits arrest the whole corpus in Nigeria. The government will not do anything. The government will not release Nnamdi Kanu. A government that is above the law cannot do that. They will tell you, "Ngwa, go ahead now, do what you want to do, but Nnamdi Kanu remains with us." So we have seen the lines of how Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. I think I will do a recap for those that just joined in this live. So Hope Uzodinma have been exposed to be the person that is the mastermind for Nnamdi Kanu's arrest, which he have some other accomplices, like in the person of Dokuba Asare, Hope Uzodinma, in the person of Ike, that is an actor. So Ike resides in Kenya and is an IPOB member, and then now the Kanu trust him so well. So he now held a meeting in Kenya, which now invited Nnamdi Kanu. He now came. On him arriving on the airport, he was arrested. He was kidnapped, by the way, and then now tortured for 8 good days. Which after then Buhari had a meeting or an appointment to travel in the UK, but now got a call from Ifeanyi that Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested in Kenya. So which Buhari now have to reschedule his flight, and then I went to Kenya and then pleaded with them that he was going to give them $1 billion, a whole $1 billion, so that they will give them Nnamdi Kanu. And then some persons in the accomplice also gave $320 million to the Kenya government so that they will release Nnamdi Kanu to them. And then they accepted and then they concluded in the bargain. Then they now brought Nnamdi Kanu down here to Nigeria, which was also tortured in the DSS detention. And then since then, there have been a lot of court cases that the Nigerian government have been playing with our feelings, and then they keep on adjourning. And then the recent happening now about Nnamdi Kanu's case is that DSS have deprived Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer from meeting him. They say the order from the government that nobody is going to meet Nnamdi Kanu again. So how would they not know if he's living well? How would they not know if he's feeding well? Because the only way we get to know about happening in Nnamdi Kanu's life is through the lawyers. But now the government have went to the extra mind of stopping any decision to Nnamdi Kanu, even the lawyers. That is so sad and that is so uncivilized that where shall I and it's so sad and so annoying. So this is what happened, and this is how Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya and then brought down to Nigeria and then have